What is a crypto wallet? How do they work? What the heck are public keys, private keys, wallet addresses, seed phrases, secret phrases, blockchain, on-chain, off-chain, gas fees, transaction fees, different networks like Bitcoin versus Ethereum versus Solana? Yeah, crypto is riddled with confusing jargon for newcomers, which is a great sign that we are early adopters of revolutionary tech with insane upside potential. And lucky for you, by the end of this video, you will absolutely experience that aha, eureka moment and finally feel comfortable enough investing in, setting up, and using your very own cryptocurrency wallets. Because as scary and daunting as it sounds to choose a crypto wallet, set up a crypto wallet, and transfer crypto from exchanges to your very own crypto wallet, it's actually super simple and easy. Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and this is the ultimate beginner's guide on how cryptocurrency wallets work, different types of cryptocurrency wallets, and why it's so important to have our very own cryptocurrency hardware wallets to completely own, control, and secure our Bitcoin, crypto, and digital assets to take full advantage of what crypto markets have to offer and maximize our success in the space. Let's hit it. What is a cryptocurrency wallet? When we hear the word wallet, we immediately think of the pocket or purse accessories that hold our cash, IDs, credit, and debit cards. So, a common misconception is that our cryptocurrencies are stored inside our crypto wallets, like how our physical cash or cards are stored in our physical wallets. However, in reality, our cryptocurrencies are stored on databases that crypto wallets access and give us permission to manage our crypto, similar to how our online bank accounts work. So it's actually more of a familiar concept than many people think because we deal with it almost on an everyday basis. Check it out. You know how we can use any cell phone, tablet, or computer to log into our bank account using our banking login credentials to manage our funds? That's because our bank account is on a database that can be accessed by any cell phone, tablet, or computer, not actually on a specific device we use to access our bank account. Other examples include how with any cell phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV, we can access our media from our Spotify or Netflix accounts using our Spotify or Netflix account login credentials. Because again, the media is on a database that we can access using devices. So think of crypto wallets as ways to access and manage your crypto because the crypto is on a database that wallets access. Simple enough, right? Cool. Now to log into our bank accounts or Spotify or Netflix accounts, we use login credentials, our username and password. So with crypto wallets, instead of the words username and password, we use different words where some of them mean the same thing. For example, instead of usernames with crypto wallets, usernames would be called public keys, public addresses, or simply wallet addresses. And the best way to understand how public keys, public addresses, or wallet addresses work is to think of them like our Venmo or Cash App usernames, where anyone in the world with our Venmo or Cash App usernames can send us money without having access to our accounts. So public wallet addresses can only be used to receive crypto, not manage or access our crypto. Nice. Now, think about if someone had our passwords to our Venmo or Cash App accounts. If they were able to actually log into our accounts, they can access our funds, manage our funds, and send our funds to another account. With crypto wallets, instead of passwords that give us the ability to access and manage our funds, passwords would be called private keys, private seeds, private phrases, secret phrases, recovery phrases, seed phrases, or private addresses. So yes, maybe a little confusing at first. However, all of those terms basically mean the same thing. They allow us to access and manage our crypto. Great. All right, you know how we have multiple ways of logging into accounts, like by typing in a password, scanning a QR code with our phones, or using fingerprints or face IDs? Well, with crypto wallets, we have a similar concept. Check it out. When we first set up our crypto wallet, a public and private key is created using a cryptographic mathematical algorithm. And both our public and private keys are long strings of numbers and bits. And with public keys, where we can only receive crypto, we can send our public keys, public addresses, or wallet addresses, remember those terms all mean the same thing, to other people by sending them that long string of numbers. Or most wallets convert that long string of numbers into a QR code that people can scan to send us crypto. Now, with private keys, some wallets generate the long string of numbers and bits without ever showing it to us, while other crypto wallets convert the private key from the long string of numbers and bits into what's called a private phrase, secret phrase, recovery phrase, or seed phrase. And as the term suggests, It's a phrase of either 12 or 24 words. This feature was designed to make it easy for us to gain access to our funds by simply remembering a list of words instead of a long string of numbers. So just like entering a password to a bank account or a Venmo account we access on a phone or computer with crypto wallets, using those 12 to 24 words, we can enter them into any cryptocurrency wallet device or wallet application and use it to access our cryptocurrencies. So basically, crypto wallets are devices we can use to access cryptocurrency networks on databases, and the private keys and phrases are how we gain access to manage our crypto and send crypto to other wallets. Now, listen up. This is extremely important to understand. Unlike traditional banking, if we give away our private key or don't properly secure it and our funds go missing, we will likely not be able to recover them. This is why it's so important to keep your private keys private. Because check it out. This is how easy it is to drain your wallet using a seed phrase. If someone came across a 12-word seed phrase written on a piece of paper, all they would have to do is download any cryptocurrency wallet app on their phone, like MetaMask, for example, tap I have an existing wallet, select import recovery phrase, type in all 12 words in order, and bam, instant access to your crypto to transfer it to a different wallet you do not have access to, effectively stealing everything with no way for you to recover it. So again, keep your private keys private. Simple enough, yet very important. Amazing. So let's talk about how cryptocurrency networks and the databases they run on, so we can understand how using crypto wallets allows us to truly, completely own and control digital assets like Bitcoin and crypto. Cryptocurrency networks and databases are known as blockchains, and blockchain describes the technological foundation of the cryptocurrency networks and databases. What is blockchain? Blockchain is just a fancy term that describes a running ledger of transactions. So, as transactions occur on a cryptocurrency network, they are batched into blocks. So, blocks of transaction data, and then recorded on the database. And each block that is recorded is linked to the previous block, similar to a chain. Hence the word blockchain. And blockchains in certain cryptocurrency networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum have three qualities that make them unique from other databases and networks. 1. The recorded transaction data is transparent in that anyone around the world at any time can see the data. 2. The data is recorded in such a way that is immutable, meaning that the data cannot be changed, forged, or altered. And 3. The network is decentralized in that the data is stored on multiple computers all around the world, which means no one person, corporation, government, authority, or entity controls it, and the network cannot be taken down, stopped, frozen, or changed. Blockchains literally run off of algorithms, mathematics, computer science, and code, the same principles that govern the very fabric of the universe. Pretty neat stuff. Now, certain cryptocurrencies have their very own blockchain network. For example, Bitcoin uses a different blockchain network than Ethereum. So when sending and receiving cryptocurrencies, we need to make sure we are using the correct network that supports that particular crypto, because we can only send and receive Bitcoin to and from Bitcoin addresses, and we can only send and receive Ether to and from Ethereum addresses. Same goes for Solana. And the simplest way to understand why Bitcoin addresses only work with Bitcoin, Ether only works on Ethereum, Solana only works on Solana, and similar, is to think of them like software applications on Mac versus PC versus Linux, or like Apple versus Android. Basically, they are just different tech foundations using different code, which is why Apple apps can't be installed on and used on Android devices, because there has to be an Android version of that app to be supported on Android. And some cryptocurrencies use just one blockchain network, like Ethereum versus Solana, while other cryptocurrencies like USDT or Tether are available on multiple networks like Ethereum and Solana and Tron and BNB Chain, etc. And an easy way to figure out which cryptocurrencies use which blockchain is by going to a free website called CoinGecko.com, searching for a specific cryptocurrency, scrolling down to this block of information on the left-hand side, and looking at the chain option. Sweet. So if we have another person's public Bitcoin wallet address or public Ethereum wallet address, we can easily send them some corresponding cryptocurrency and vice versa. Another important concept to understand is when cryptocurrencies are sent or received, no actual physical or digital exchange occurs between the actual wallets. Because remember, cryptocurrency wallets interact with the blockchain networks and the blockchain is where all cryptocurrency transactions are logged, and it's also where balances are tracked. So basically, the crypto on the blockchain databases gets reassigned from one private key to another private key when we use our crypto wallets to transfer crypto. Cool. So putting all of this together, the technological foundation of certain cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum make it such that we can actually completely own and control our digital assets and send any amount to anyone, anywhere around the world at any time without the need for third parties that can seize or freeze our accounts. Now, this is not the case when we keep cryptocurrencies on exchanges because we don't actually have control of the private keys. The exchanges do. And here are 4 important facts we need to understand about keeping our cryptocurrencies on exchanges. 1, exchanges are online, therefore vulnerable to hacks. And cryptocurrency exchanges are huge targets for hackers, since obviously there's a ton of potential crypto that can be stolen. While with any crypto wallet we manage on our own, a hacker has no idea how much potential funds there are to steal. So crypto exchanges are a guaranteed gold mine of sorts. 2, due to lack of transparency, there is an artificial supply of crypto meeting real demand because exchanges can lend out our crypto infinitely between other people and exchanges, which basically means that the Bitcoin you are looking at in your account could also be the same Bitcoin 50 other people on the exchange are looking at in their accounts on their phone screen. Meaning, cryptocurrency exchanges don't actually have all of the crypto backed one-to-one for all of their customers. So if there was a massive run on exchanges where everyone wanted to move their Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to their own wallet, there would not be enough to go around. 3, as we see with several crypto exchanges, regulatory bodies can go after them, sue them, demonetize them by forcing them to delist a significant amount of crypto, which would destroy their profits, which puts them at risk of going under. And 4, we don't actually completely own and control any digital assets we keep on exchanges. To completely own and control our crypto, we need to secure them on our own crypto wallets. So at the end of the day, exchanges need to be used as a tool for trading crypto and exchanging fiat for crypto, vice versa. And in this next crypto cycle, simply buying random altcoins and holding them will not work. We will need to trade crypto. And there are 2 profitable ways to do it that require us to leave some funds on exchanges. 1, for active manual trading. Bullmania provides rules-based strategies, powerful tools, education, and a private community designed to help us become self-sufficient traders. Use the link above to watch a video to learn more about it, and use the link below to skip the waitlist, watch the free training, and book a strategy call to see if it's a good fit for you. And 2, for automated trading, GoBabyTrade connects to our Coinbase or Kraken account and uses AI-enhanced technology to trade selected cryptocurrencies as price moves without us having to constantly watch charts. Use the link above to watch a video guide about how it works, and join our free live webinar using the link below to see it in action and ask us anything. And again, when we are not trading crypto, we need to be transferring any crypto we're holding long-term to our own crypto wallets. Amazing. Now let's talk about different types of cryptocurrency wallets. There are many different types of cryptocurrency wallets to choose from, and each of them have their pros and cons. And there are 2 main categories of crypto wallets: hot and cold. A hot wallet creates and stores our private and public keys online, while cold wallets create and store our private and public keys offline. Some examples of hot wallets include desktop or mobile app software like MetaMask, Phantom, and Trust Wallet, and these wallets operate on our computers and cell phones, which are connected to the internet. So when we set up these wallets, our private key is generated on a hot device, which just means it's connected to the internet, which could be more vulnerable to being compromised, especially with AI, malware, and scamming tactics becoming more sophisticated. So the safest, most ideal way to store a significant amount of cryptocurrency for long term is with cold wallets. Cold wallets are also known as hardware wallets, and hardware wallets are designed to safely create and store our private keys offline. So when sending, receiving, or managing crypto, we will need to use the hardware device and go through more security steps, which makes our funds less vulnerable to theft. By creating and storing private keys offline with our hardware wallets, our funds are safer from hackers and other potential security issues that can affect hot software wallets. So storing our cryptocurrency on a hardware wallet is the safest, most secure way to completely own and control our funds over the long term. And there are 2 extremely important things to know about buying a cryptocurrency hardware wallet. First, only buy hardware wallets from the real manufacturer. Do not buy used hardware wallets, and do not buy from other companies or individuals. This is because hackers may buy a hardware wallet, tamper with it, and try to resell the hacked device to steal your funds. And 2, As with all crypto-related activities, make sure you are double and triple checking the URLs you're accessing to buy the hardware wallet. Because there are a ton of phishing scams online that set up fake websites pretending to be the real website you intend to access. And if you access a fake website, you may lose your funds or receive a hacked wallet. So when buying a crypto hardware wallet, using the links below, you will access the correct and official site and receive special discounts exclusive for our crypto fam, all while supporting the channel. And another important thing is we all need to own and use more than one crypto hardware wallet to diversify risk. Think of it the same way as keeping less than $250,000 per bank account to stay under the FDIC insurance limit. We should not keep all of our eggs in one basket, so we need to diversify risk to truly secure our digital assets and protect our growing wealth over the long term by using several different wallets so we don't experience a total loss if something happened to one or the other. All right, now let's explore the best hardware crypto wallet for beginners that is extremely easy to use and super affordable. Tangem Wallet. Tangem Wallet is a set of 3 cards that work just like having a set of 3 house keys that function as backups. It is by far the easiest crypto hardware wallet to set up and use. It only takes like 60 seconds to set up, and they offer the first ever wearable crypto wallet, the sleek, stylish Tangem ring that is so discreet no one would ever know what it actually is. And with just a tap of a card or ring to our phone, we can do anything and everything in crypto. Buy, sell, swap, stake, use DeFi, and we can actually use our crypto in our everyday lives with their Tangem Pay feature. Anywhere in the world, Visa is accepted. And check it out, when Tangem Wallet creates our private key, it is never exposed to anyone ever. Unlike most wallets that show us a 12 or 24 word secret phrase, which, if we do not secure, can be used to access and steal all of our funds. So if someone found one of your Tangem cards and downloaded the Tangem app, they would need to know the access code you created when setting up the wallet. So with just the card and just the Tangem app, no one would be able to steal your funds. Awesome. Now that you've taken the first step towards completely owning and controlling your crypto by taking the time to learn about how crypto wallets work, let's take the next few steps of your crypto journey together. If you would like to learn how to set up and use a Tangem wallet to transfer your crypto step by step off of exchanges, check out this video. If you would like to learn about Tangem Wallet's latest new features and how they work, check out this video. And to get your very own Tangem wallet at a nice discount, click on the link on the screen. Like and subscribe for more. Be safe out there.